I'm in a new location again. Every week I'm in a new location, even though most people can't see me.
That's not true. We had almost 200 views on our last YouTube video.
200 million views?
I wish.
Oh. Well, it's
Well,
because I keep changing locations, so it's keeping people on their toes.
oh, is that what it is?
I told you, that's the secret to YouTube. Change locations.
Oh my God, keep doing it. Don't stop, please. You're the only thing holding this together, and it's by a thread. Well, I'm
You're
Ricki.
welcome. I'm Jake.
And you're listening to 20 Somethings Doing Nothing.
If you wear glasses and you sweat, you know the struggle of your glasses falling off your face when you sweat. And for some reason, I'm sweating right now, and so my glasses keep falling down my face. That's
Are
my
you
whole
getting
story. If you want me to
nervous?
tell you again, I will gladly tell you that story again.
I'm just confused why you're so sweaty.
I don't know. It just got so hot in here.
Are you
It's because
nervous?
I'm adulting so hard. I adulted so hard this weekend that I just can't stop sweating from it.
I don't think I want to adult then, if that means sweating a lot.
No, there's a reason that we don't adult normally.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
because of
why I
sweat?
decided to. Yeah.
Mm.
Not because of stress or money or pain or a heartbreak.
Mm.
It's because of sweat.
Right. That's the secret to it
If
all.
you if you don't want to sweat, then don't do anything.
So what did you do that was so adultish and led to a lot of sweating?
So do you remember a few episodes ago, I was talking about how I really want to buy a house and turn it into an Airbnb?
Sure, I hardly remember what I had for breakfast, but I think I kind of remember that.
Same. So this weekend on Saturday, I went to look at 6 houses.
6?
And I didn't go just to look at the houses. I went to look at houses to buy for me.
Wait. Were they all like next to each other? 6 houses is a lot.
Yeah, it was a long day. Actually, it wasn't that long. It only took us 2 hours to see all of them because some of them we walked in and I was like, nope. And then we walked out.
Oh my God, you're such a bougie ass motherfucker.
I know what I want and I'm going to get it.
You know what you want and you know you can't afford it is more like it.
Yeah, that's true because the house I like the most, I can't really afford. But it's not going to be for me, though, is the thing.
God.
It's for, I'm going to turn it into a rental property. Oh my God, that was so weird.
Are you okay?
I'm going to turn it into a rental property.
Did a frog just fly into your mouth?
I can't stop hiccuping.
That was such a weird noise, though. Okay, so you're going to buy this property not for yourself. You're going to buy it for a rental property. So why does it matter if you actually like it that much then?
Because I don't want to invest in something that I don't love. Also, I try and look at it. So I've discussed this before, but I've stayed in a lot of Airbnbs. So I'm trying to look at it from a renter's perspective also. I'm like, would I want to stay here? But that doesn't really apply to most people because I'm bougie as fuck. So, but I guess that could help me because if I'm bougie as fuck, and so I pick a place that I would want to rent, then people who are not as bougie as I am would still be okay with that place.
Would they, though, if it's too expensive because of your bougie ass and you couldn't afford it?
Well, right. That's the thing. It might be too much. So that's how I was trying to find the balance of if I get a place that's nice enough that I sound like such a asshole when I say this. I'm like, if I get a place that's nice enough for me, then would that limit the amount of people that I'm renting to? Probably. But if I get a place that's a little less nice that I wouldn't necessarily want to stay in, then am I limiting the people that would want to stay in the nicer house? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, very valid on both ends.
So I don't know the answer to it. I think the answer is just you have
Waiting
to
for
pick
the
one.
answer.
No, the answer is you got to pick one. You either pick the nicer place or you pick the least nice or nicer place.
I thought you were having a realization moment
No.
and that you were going to tell me the answer. That's why I just stared at you.
But anyway, so I was late and then I had to take a phone call for 10 minutes and you were waiting. And the whole reason is because one of the places is picking an offer tomorrow. And so I need to make an offer on a house, which is wild because I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's why I
Oh
have a realtor.
no. And you trust your realtor that much?
Well, here's the interesting thing.
I have a problem with
My
trust, so
same
I think everyone's trying to fuck me.
everything he
And
said,
not in
I
the
was like,
way that you want to be fucked, in the bad way.
yeah, not in a good fuck. My realtor also just happens to be the realtor for the person selling this house that I really want. So he's working for both sides, which I'm like, everything he tells me, he just wants this house sold because he gets the commission from both ends.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I know, it's insane. And I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened that it worked out this way. But there was one shithole that I sent to you and I said, hey, can you show this picture to your dad? Because he literally built your house and I need to know if it's going to fall over. And I was so excited to see that property and it was sold by the time I got there.
Oh, that sucks because he said it was a good price and that it's not a bad house. So that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you weren't meant to rent that house out. Instead, a family was
Nope.
supposed to live in it, Jake.
Oh, I don't think a family's living in that.
No?
No, somebody bought it with cash, which means they're flipping it.
Ah, good for them. So a family one day may live in that house.
Yeah, somebody's like, I have tens of thousands of dollars in cash and I'm going to buy this house.
Isn't that such a crazy concept to think about? Like, there are people who just have so much cash laying around that they're like, I need to put this somewhere. I'm going to buy a house
Yeah.
because I have no cash laying around. I can't find cash when I need cash.
I'm trying to like open my underwear drawer and see what I can scrounge up to buy this house. I'm just like trying to find cash wherever I can. And there's people that are like, take all of my money.
Go through all of the pockets of your laundry.
That's a good idea.
You're
There's
bound
really nothing better.
to find like $5 at least in there.
There's really nothing better than finding cash in your pocket.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like even if it's $1.
My favorite part of winter, because I hate winter, is going through my winter coat pockets and finding shit.
I usually find old chapstick and like ibuprofen. It's never anything exciting.
Really? I normally find some fucked up shit in mine.
Oh yeah.
And I always find an old tissue at least. An old tissue, probably some like bar tabs that were far too much money, and like every so often a 20, you know?
Oh. So what we should do is at the end of this winter, we should put $20 in all of our coats.
As like a surprise for us for next winter?
Yeah. But that's a lot of 20s. So maybe we should just put like $5 in each coat.
I was going to say $5 works for me. I could do that.
And then we'll find it and be like, wow, now I can rule the world or buy
I
a house.
actually love that idea so much.
Same.
It's like a little win.
Little win.
You gotta have little wins because they amount to bigger
we celebrated
wins later.
Exactly. We celebrated our little wins on Twitter this week.
Ooh, did we get any good ones?
Somebody procrastinated. That was a win.
Wait, what?
I don't remember what they were.
I thought for a second like you have to be making this up.
Oh, the person who contacted us originally from Gift of Life, which is the bone marrow registry, said my win was connecting with you guys. I said that was really nice. Juan said I woke up on time. That's a win.
That is a win. I'm not very good at that.
Randy said I only had one patient curse at me today. That's better than average than usual. Good.
Jeez.
And somebody said I got out of work before the rain started.
Okay. All little wins, but all worth it.
Did you have a little win today?
Did I have a little win today? I don't think I did, actually. I mean, okay, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe my little win is the fact that I made a quick dinner tonight. So because I made a quick dinner, I had more time to talk to AJ, my boyfriend, about what's going on with him and stuff like that, like work and shit.
That's a good little win.
Yeah, so I'll take that as my little win.
My little win today was so I had a bagel for breakfast, and instead of eating a sandwich for lunch and just eating a ton of carbs like I normally do, I got an arugula grilled chicken salad.
Very proud of you.
Thanks.
Very, very proud of you because that is a big deal. I am so bad at choosing the healthier option until
Same.
this diet. Now, because of this diet, it kind of
It's so
forced me into
hard.
it. But
Cause
beforehand,
like French fries or like salad, I'm 99% of the time gonna go with the French fries.
always going to go with the French fries. I'm never going to go with the salad.
Why? It's just not enjoyable.
It is enjoyable though, until later. It's enjoyable in the moment to eat the French fries. And then later when you're like, wow, I feel like shit.
This weekend also, I witnessed someone eat the spiciest chip that you also ate.
Oh, like in person, you watched it happen?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Who ate it?
So the spiciest chip is exactly what it sounds like. It's the spiciest chip in the world or something.
Yeah, we kept calling it the death chip because you honest to God feel like you're gonna implode or explode.
Yeah, he was not doing very well afterwards.
I was trying to explain this to my dad because you did that hot sauce thing. And I was like, people just truly don't understand just how bad that chip feels when you eat it. Like, you really,
Yeah.
honest to God, feel like you're gonna die. Like, your body goes into legitimate shock. Like, I started sweating, but I had chills. I was shaking. My head got hot. Like the top of my head felt like there was like steam coming out of it. My ears started ringing. It's like insane. Your body goes into this mode of like, holy shit, what the fuck did you just put inside of me? What can I possibly do to make this okay? So it just goes all out of fucking whack.
Yeah, you and I were talking earlier. I think that the dryness of the chip makes it so much worse.
Yeah, definitely does. It doesn't help because you can't drink anything with it because that doesn't help. So you got to eat it
Milk?
just like it. No, it doesn't help. I promise you, it doesn't help. It's like nothing helps. And then when you think you're good and you think everything's fine, you get like a second wave, or at least I did. I thought I was starting to feel better. I was like, okay, I can finally start to like think straight. My eyes stopped watering and my ears stopped ringing. I was like, okay, I'm still a little sweaty, but like I'll be all right. And then out of nowhere, I got this second wave of just nausea
Oh,
and I had to run, like sprint to the bathroom, threw up just black. And then I laid on the ground in the bathroom for like 15 minutes because my whole body was on fire. And I was like, this is so disgusting, but it feels so nice to feel the cold of the ground.
yeah. When you told me whenever that was, that you threw up black, I was like, that's gross. You're like, hold on, I'll send you a picture.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
I took a
said,
picture.
I said, please don't. But you sent me the picture. So now I've seen your throw up. I've not seen your normal throw up. I've seen your post spicy death chip throw up.
Oh, it was horrible. It was literally the most horrifying thing ever, but I was so glad to get that chip out of my body. I was like, please get out of my like I don't want anything to do with you. There obviously was still some chip because I still like shit fire for the next like 2 days.
God, are we gonna get through an episode without talking about throw up or shit?
Probably
Last
not.
week it was about swallowing your throw up. This week it's about throwing up black.
Oh, it was bad. So wait, so did he eat the whole chip or she? Was it a he or a she?
It was a he. It
And
was a he.
did he eat the whole chip?
He ate the whole chip, but I only saw post chip. I didn't see him eat the chip. I saw him post chip, and I'm telling you, for a good half hour, he was just sitting there like he like could not get his shit together. And I'm telling you, that hot sauce that I ate was a 10 out of 10. Like on the bottle, it says spicy level 10 out of 10. I think this chip is worse because the reactions that I've watched people have, like if I have one piece of advice for you from this entire episode, do not eat this fucking chip.
Never.
From the way you described it and watching this guy, I'm like, why do people do this to themselves?
No, it was so bad. It was so bad. I got screwed because we like we span a little spinner thing, a little wheel, and like whoever it landed on got like
Span, spun,
spun. We spun. I
spin.
can't speak. I'm going back in time and I'm like really not okay. I can't think. We spun this Wheel of Fortune type thing. And I was the one that got the death chip. I still think to this day it was rigged. But
What else was on there?
it was a regular chip, like a regular like tortilla chip, and then it was another chip that was like a hot chip but not as hot.
Yeah, that was definitely rigged. You
I
got
feel
fucked,
like
and
it
not in a good
had to
way.
be. Yeah, no, it wasn't good. It was really bad. I like I think back to it and I'm like, "Oh my god, one of my worst memories."
Do you know what else I did this weekend that I don't understand why people do it?
Sure, Jake, we want a whole recap of your entire weekend.
I did all this weird stuff. Paintball.
Oh, I've never been paintballing, and I've been trying to get my guy friends to take me, and every time they're like, "We're not bringing girls,"
Why the fuck do people enjoy paintball?
because you enjoy
It
shooting
hurts.
people. Yeah, but
It
you like,
hurts.
but it's so much more fun to shoot the other person. Obviously, you need to get better, Jake, so you don't get hit. The whole point is to not get hit, so you don't get hurt.
Well, I just kept getting hit and I didn't shoot anyone. Like I kept shooting at someone, but the fucking paintballs like fly all over the place and you can't aim. So I literally didn't get
Jake,
the satisfaction of making anyone else hurt.
why do I literally picture just you out in the open, getting shot, like lit up by a paintball,
You should
and
see
just
my
like
back.
and just like you sitting there just being like chaw chaw like in the air like getting shot with all these paintballs and just being like I'm gonna accept this. I have nothing else that I can do about this situation.
That's exactly what it was, except I wasn't saying I'm going to accept this. I'm going to say, fuck this. Why do people do this for fun? It was
What?
not. It was fun, but like it was not fun getting shot in the freaking back with paintballs. My whole back, I have like welts.
Yeah, they're flying at you really fast, bro.
Yeah. So I will not be doing it again. I will not be joining you on your paintballing adventure.
But I want nothing more than to hit you with the paintball.
Yeah, that's why I'm definitely not going. And then I was worried the whole time it was going to hit me in the nuts. And I'm like, I'm trying to have children one day. If I can't have children because I get hit with a paintball, or then like one hit me on the collarbone, I'm like, that would have really hurt if it was right above my collarbone.
So, did you hit no one at all the whole
Ye-
time?
Yeah, let's just harp on that fact.
Not even one person.
I tried. It doesn't. You can't aim with a paintball gun, and I didn't get close enough that I could actually hit anyone. It was not fun.
You are such a dork.
So I paid money to get pain.
I love you so much.
It
I'm
sucked.
literally crying.
It was terrible. I remember now I just need to Venmo my friend for that, but I'm like, do I even pay him for that? Because he got the fun out of that, not me.
You should send him a request
For $50, I'm gonna do that.
amount and be like, because I was your fucking target all day. Oh, Jake.
I'm Venmo requesting right now. Getting shot with your paintballs.
I'm literally crying because I could see it all just happening in front of me. And I'm really upset that I missed it and I wasn't a part of it. It just makes me really sad. Oh,
Yeah,
Jake.
you would have really enjoyed it.
Oh, see, now my nose is running because I was laughing. Way to go.
Did you eat something spicy? Your nose runs from laughing?
Yeah, when I start crying, my nose runs.
Oh.
I was crying.
My nose runs from sneezing.
Your nose runs all the time, even from
Better
nothing.
go catch it.
Ew, I hate it.
So I'm really curious as to what you texted me and you said I have a really interesting question, and I'm really curious as to what that is.
Okay, so this is gonna make my weekend sound really boring. What I did over the weekend
Okay.
at one point was I watched Inside Out. Have you ever
Which
seen
is
it?
what?
Okay, so you've
Nope.
never seen it. Great. It is a Disney Pixar movie that is about like your emotions. So, like
Here
all
we
of
go again.
oh my god, all of the cartoons are different emotions of this little girl, and it basically like shows you how emotions are like important and how each emotion is important in order to have like to be a fully rounded person. But part of that too was that this little girl had like moments of her life that defined who she was, and those moments created islands. So like she had Family Island because family was part of who like helped create who she was. She had a Goofball Island because that was part of her personality, was like being goofy. She had a Hockey Island because hockey was like a huge part of her life and that like helped shape who she is. So my question to you is like, what would your 5 islands be of like what helped create your personality and who you are as a person?
5 islands.
She had 5, yeah.
Wait, so I need to hear yours first because how vague are we going?
I mean, not to go super in depth. I think my 5 islands would probably be friends. So like friendship definitely helped shape who I am. Um, I would say music, even though I don't play an instrument or anything like that. Music would have to be part of what's like my personality, like helped shape who I am. Ooh, I'm not sure what else of my personality. This is hard. I guess like goofball or like being like making people laugh is part of my personality too. I love making people laugh.
Mine would probably be that one time in Atlantic City for my friend's 21st birthday.
Oh, you're getting super like detailed.
That's one island. Just kidding, but that fucks me up. Mine would be friends, family, travel,
Ooh, travel, good
uh,
one.
travel / beaches. I feel like because I love the beach. Uh, mm, relationships.
Okay. Romantic relationships then? Because you said families and friends. So you mean like romantic
Yes,
relationship. Okay.
romantic relationships and mentors.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I've had so many mentors in life and still do. People that I look up to and people that I've learned things from. I just got off the phone with one before we were recording this episode. Like people that have shaped the things that I do because when I go to make a decision, I call one of them
Okay.
and I'm like, "Hey, I want to spend more money than I have on a house. How do I do this?" Right? Or like, "Hey, uh, I'm like when I got a new job, I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a new job and I want to do this, but I'm thinking like, what if I do this instead?" And I like to get other people's opinions on things that I on big decisions in life
Okay.
or even little decisions. So yeah, that's my 5. Damn, that was pretty easy to come up with.
Yeah, that was a lot easier for you than it was for me. And I'm the one that asked the question. So what the fuck?
Seriously, you had time to think about this.
Yeah. And
Maybe that's the problem.
I thought that I knew who I was, but maybe I don't.
Shit, this is a whole nother problem. Who are
Yeah,
you?
that's a whole nother issue. But I'm going to steal your travel one too, though, and add that to my list because travel is definitely part of what's shaped me as a person and like helped me grow and things like that. I've been traveling ever since I was little. So
I
definitely a big part of
think
it.
okay, so you and I have so many friends, right? Like I feel like you have more friends than I do, but I have a lot of different. We're keeping tally because this is a competition, but I like we do so many different things and we've done so many different things in life. Whether it's like whatever, work or internships or friend groups or whatever, we have just lots of different groups of friends.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is that normal for people because I feel like I know an absurd amount of people. I'm not saying like, "Oh, I have 17 million friends." I'm like, I am just like connected with so many different types of people.
Um, I don't know. See, everybody always says I have so many friends, and they're always like, "Oh my God, Ricky, you have so many friends." I have a lot of acquaintances. I don't have a lot of friends necessarily. Like just because I know a lot of people because I've always been around a lot of people and met a lot of people through other people doesn't mean that they're all my friends. And that's always like a common misconception, I guess you could say, that people have. So I don't know, like
People think
literally,
they're my friend and I'm like, "Fuck you, you're not my friend."
no, not like that, you
I
dick.
know, I get it.
I hate you so much. But I guess I would say it's normal that people just like meet people, like you said, through work, through everyday life, through other friends, through school or not school or whatever you do. Like you just meet people everywhere you go. I think that's kind of normal to have a lot of acquaintances. But this is the thing, just because I have a lot of acquaintances doesn't mean that even those acquaintances haven't helped shape who I am.
Right. They don't have to be friends.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I mean, it could be a random person that just walks by the street, like by you on the street that says something to you, and now you have a completely different perspective on something, or like something that happens next wouldn't have originally happened next. It's like a whole different thing. So I don't know. I guess I feel like it's normal for everybody. I could be wrong though.
Well, like here's a good example. So my junior year of college, I was an RA. If you don't know what that is, it's a resident assistant in the like a dorm.
For a second, I thought you weren't going to know what RA stood for because I had no fucking clue. So I was like, this is going to be great.
I mean,
He
I
doesn't
hope I know I
what it is.
was one. That would have been really funny. So anyway, I spent an absurd amount of time with the other RAs in my building, and we all
Yes.
became very, very close. But some of them I wouldn't necessarily consider like my friend, you know?
Yeah, they're just people that you know and you spent a lot of time with.
Right. We could get along and we hung out and whatever because of the circumstances, but I wouldn't like hang out with some of them now. We sound like such assholes.
No, no, no. The fun part of life is that you get to meet as many people as you want, and then you get to choose which ones you want to keep around. That's the whole fun part is meeting new people and
Well,
deciding whether or not you want to keep them around. You don't have to keep all of them around.
did we talk about that guy Rob? Did
Rob
I tell
who?
you about him? He Rob, you know? That guy Rob.
Oh, the guy with the nose and the mouth?
Yeah, he had two eyes.
Ah, I remember him.
Yeah. You met him at that thing.
That Rob. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Continue. What's up with
No,
Rob?
you're like, keep going. I'm tired of this shit. He's on a mission to meet 10,000 people one-on-one for 1 hour each. His Instagram is Rob's 10K friends.
Okay.
And he was doing
I'm
he was doing it.
fascinated and intrigued. I don't know how is he doing it consecutively? Like 10,000 hours.
No, he's been doing it for years and he's on friend number 3877.
How do I
So
become a
I
friend?
met with him.
What?
I met with him at the beginning. Yeah, at the beginning of like when things started getting bad. He was doing all these meetings in person, so he was only meeting people from this area. And then when the world decided to go fuck itself, he was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to now meet anyone, literally anywhere." And he started doing it over Zoom. So now he does a one-on-one
What?
meeting for an hour over Zoom, and he's met absurd amounts of people since this all started. I mean, he's been doing it for years, but even just since like the pandemic started, he's met so many different types of people. And it's awesome and it's crazy. He says it's not in like people go into it thinking it's an interview, but he's like, it's not an interview, it's a conversation. Right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to interview 10,000 people. He wants to have a one-on-one 1 hour conversation with 10,000 different people.
How do
And
I
it
end
was
up being one of
so
them?
fascinating. You have to DM him.
You have to DM him. What is he? Rob's 10K?
Rob's 10K friends.
That is, do you ever hear an idea and you're like, fuck, how did I not think of that idea?
Yeah, and so do
This
you
is
want to
one
hear
of those moments
the
for me.
craziest part of this? He does this full time.
So he just goes around meeting people and like, how does he get paid?
You're gonna have to ask him when you talk to him.
Oh, I am going to DM this guy. Sorry, I
Yeah,
lost
it's
my
really
voice real quick.
interesting. I was like really hoping we'd become like best friends and then live happily ever after, and like I would get to join him on this journey, but it didn't happen. He was a cool dude, but we just like didn't become best friends.
Ah, sucks to
That was
suck,
a little
Jake.
disappointing.
Sucks to suck.
We got coffee, and it was like I don't know. It was interesting because like how do you keep a conversation going for an hour with someone that you don't know? That's a long time.
You just get used to it. I guess like it is kind of weird though because it's not an interview.
Right. It's not like you have things prepared. It's just you have to keep going off of what they say, and it's just a conversation for an hour.
And then do you get to watch the conversations?
Not you used to not be able to, but he pulls a clip now from each person. Excuse me. He would just write. There it was again. He used to just write like a story for each person. He still does that,
Okay.
but he now he also includes a video clip, so it's pretty cool. And it
Oh,
was
this
funny
is
because we were
cool.
talking. I was like, it'd be so cool if you could meet people from around the world and like you could take this all over the place. And then he did it virtual, so he made that happen without having to go travel around the world. Although, traveling around the world meeting people would be my dream come true.
How did you even meet him? Like just randomly one day?
So there's a Instagram account that is like for my town, and it's like town news run by a bunch of awesome people, and they posted about him. So I was like, oh, this is cool. So I DM'd him, and then we met, and then
So
a
cool.
bunch of people that I know have met with him. So it's he. Okay, here's the craziest part. Ready? And this is what I was talking to him about. Imagine how many different moments he's had that have happened because of somebody that he's met.
Yeah.
Right? Like the ripple effect,
Everybody's
Imagine
intertwined. Yeah.
imagine how many different ripple effects he's had because of people that he's met. Where it's like
Totally.
I've met him, and now he met another one of my friends, and then now he's gonna meet you, and then we should have him on the podcast. That would actually be pretty awesome.
So, as you were saying this, I was looking at his Instagram, and one of the things that I just read, it says, "Hey, all. So, I've been doing this project full time for 4 years now."
It's wild.
This was in June that he posted this, and he said, "I can't believe I've spent as much time working towards this project as I did on my finance degree, but I think I've learned more from this than any other experience in my life." That's pretty freaking cool.
Right?
Like, holy shit. He said, "That being said, this answers my question, I think. I've supported myself over the last 4 years through one, putting my life savings toward the project, two, crashing with friends and family to keep expenses low, and three, partnering with brands like WeWork and Penn Medicine." So he's got like brand partners, but a lot of this is mostly just him. That's insane. How cool is that? We should have him on the podcast because, like, not only is it just a cool project, but the idea of focusing so hard on just one thing and not like getting any reward from it except for like spiritually, you know what I mean? Mentally, because he's not getting paid to do this.
Right. So a lot of news outlets and stuff have covered him. He's been like all over the place. He was on the Kelly Clarkson show,
Love
and it
it.
was really cool because they did a whole episode where everyone in the audience was somebody that he had met through the
Oh, I love
project.
that.
It was so, and he was like saying things about people in the audience. I'm like, how do you remember all of this? How do you remember things? You've met 3,877 people so far. Like, there's no way you can remember all these things about people.
How freaking cool. This is not where this conversation was supposed to go, but I want this guy
No,
on the
not at
podcast.
all.
This is not what I have written down.
So, so I would recommend anybody you can DM him and meet him. He's a cool dude, and be part of this project and get to hear his story and become friends with him,
I'm literally going to DM him once we get off this. We have one other thing that we need to talk about and then shower thoughts, and then I'm DMing this motherfucker.
Yeah, okay. Ask
So,
him to be on the podcast too when you
oh,
DM him.
obviously, first I want to be part of this experiment that he's doing, this social experiment, and then I want him on our social experiment, aka this podcast. Because this really did kind of become my social experiment after my first co-host left. I was like, well, let's see how many people I can have on here until I find somebody I like. And then I got stuck with you. So here we are.
And here we are.
Seems like his social experiment's going better than mine.
Yeah, he's had like 3 sponsors. We've had like 1, and nobody cares about us. But, it's cool because I'm sitting in my bedroom with artwork in the background, and your light doesn't work, and you've got shit hanging on your bed. Where it's great. Everything's great, Ricki. This is so great.
Okay.
What are we talking about next? Oh, me getting paid to be a guinea pig.
Yes, yes. I need you to tell me about the fact that you keep getting ads to be a coronavirus like test patient. Like, what is exactly like the vaccine, right? Like they want to inject you with the vaccine. I'm so confused because you had like briefly said it to me and I was like, yeah, let's talk about that.
And you sounded so legitimately confused there.
I am confused.
Okay, so there's 2 things. One, did you see that Royal Caribbean is looking for, or is going to have a cruise where it's all like employees and volunteers to test out their new coronavirus protocols?
I did not see that.
So basically, you go on a cruise for free as long as you like follow all of their protocols, and you're basically a guinea pig. Okay, so that's guinea pig opportunity number one. But I
Okay.
don't. I mean, it's not like an opportunity for me because I'm sure there's only a certain amount of things. Number two, I keep getting all these ads for coronavirus medicine, experimental medicine, which I'm assuming that means the vaccine.
Okay, so are they from like legitimate accounts? Or are they just random accounts that are posting these things? Like, is it
I mean, I didn't do enough research to give you any sort of actual information.
so you just want to talk about this and you have no idea what to say?
But they were offering, I can tell you how much money they were offering because that's all I
Oh, I
looked
definitely
at.
want to know that.
So they were offering, it was like up to $3,600.
Okay, for one
So
injection of the vaccine, like for
I
how
don't know
long?
the details. You have way too many questions. So my question to you
You
would
should know
be,
I will always have questions.
would you let them inject you with this test vaccine for $3,600?
Fuck no.
Okay, $3,600 is a shitload of money, but I did not even take. I answered that question in the exact amount of time that you did. Like no chance in hell.
No, no, no. My health and me surviving is worth so much more than $3,600 to me. Like, could I use $3,600 right now? Yeah, your girl's unemployed. But what good is that $3,600 if I'm fucking dead?
Well, then you could argue like, well, you could be saving the rest of the world by being the one to test this
By dying?
vaccine.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry. That can sound selfish and that can sound fucked up, but like I am not trying to get injected with anything that I don't know anything about and that's been pushed through to be like quickly done. Like none of that sounds. One of the few things that you don't want to do quickly would be medicine. Like I'm sorry, you just don't and I don't feel comfortable
Yeah,
with that.
I know. I got an MRI this morning and it took 40 minutes. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, it's 2020. They can't get a thing that takes a picture in less time than 40 minutes.
No. See? So if they can't
Like,
take a picture of
what?
your freaking knee in 40 minutes, you want me to take a vaccine that they only just started like doing? No. Sorry.
No,
Hell no. That's
I would
also
like
fucked up though, because that's preying on people who don't have the opportunity to pass up that kind of money. Like, could I use that money? For sure. 1000%. I could use that money. Do I absolutely need it right now? No. I'm lucky enough to be in a position that I don't need that right now. But there are so many people because of this economy and because of losing jobs that don't get to pass that up. So they're going to be like human guinea pigs because they have no choice. And that just makes me sad. I don't like any of this.
Yeah, I was laughing and it looked really bad, but I'm laughing because I'm like, I legitimately can't think of any other way to find people other than offer to pay them.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because what other incentive is there for taking a drug that could potentially kill you?
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I mean, even just for simple studies, I've signed up for simple studies of like face cream and shit like that, where they pay you at the end. Like, no matter what, all these science, everything, like experiments, I guess. I don't want to call it an experiment, but I kind of feel like it is at this point. They
It
always
is.
pay you. It's just that, like, this is a tremendous amount of money. It's not just like, oh, here, put this face cream on in an hour. Like, let me know if you have anything happen to you and I'll pay you $50. Like, that's one thing. This is an obscene amount of money compared to what they normally pay you for these studies. And for two, like I said, like, it's not as simple as just a face cream. This is literally something that you're going to have to put in your body.
There was some absurd study where I think it was like from NASA or something, where you had to stay in bed. Do you remember this? You had to like
Yes,
stay in bed
I wanted to do it.
for like
I
a
would
year or
totally do.
something.
Oh, no, it was like 5 months or some shit like that because they wanted to see how long, I think how long it would take for you to go crazy in space or some shit like that, which is really fucked up. But I was like, I would easily do that. I think they were paying like $10,000 or something like that.
It was some absurd amount of money.
It was enough money where I was
It
like,
was probably
yeah, I
more
would
than
do
that.
that. It might have been more than that. I was like, yeah, I would easily do that for like 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is. But that's
Yeah,
kind of
but then
fucked up too.
imagine. Well, okay, so you're kind of going back at your point then. It's like, and then is offering a some amount of money make it fucked up, right? The fact that it's only $3,200, or
No,
wait,
no,
what did I
no.
say was
I think you said 32 or 35, something like that. But
36 something? Yeah.
But that's not what I mean. So, like, for this, okay. So, for the space study, yes, that's fucked up because, like, I wouldn't know what it would actually do to my body. They don't know what it would do to my body. And that's the whole point of doing the study to see what it would do to my body to not leave bed for that long.
But you're probably
But
not going to die.
exactly. There's not a high chance that from laying in bed I'm going to die. Not to say that that couldn't happen because anything's possible, but there's not like this insane chance that I would die. Also, we're not talking about a moment in time where the economy is like shit, or at least they're saying the economy is shit right now. There's not a point where so many people are out of jobs and so many people need money. Like, this is a totally different situation, I feel like. Not that there's
Yeah.
not always somebody who needs the money, but you know what I mean? Like, we're in a crisis right now. And to kind of prey on people because they have no money kind of seems really fucked up.
Well, I did this like a freelance video for some company that does this. They do like lab testing for drugs and shit.
Okay.
And I interviewed people that were like lab rats basically. And they, the money was nice, but these people really enjoyed like being a part of history and getting to figure out if these drugs are good or not. And I'm like sitting there the whole time, like, damn, I would not want to be in your shoes right now.
And that makes sense too. There is something to be said about the people that do decide to do this because obviously we do need a vaccine right now and it's very important that we find one. But I mean, if you feel good about it, go for it. I just
No, I
don't
get it. I
ever want to
don't
see
think
someone do it because they have to because of the money. You know what I mean?
right. I don't think it makes us terrible people by saying no fucking way in hell we're gonna do that.
Right.
Well,
I don't feel bad about saying that there's no way that I'm going to do it. Like, I definitely don't feel bad about that. And I also, like I just said, if you feel comfortable doing it, then do it. Obviously, we all have our own free will to do whatever the fuck we want. I just don't ever want someone to feel like they have to do it because of money type of thing. I want somebody to do it because they're like, all right, I firmly believe in this and I want to be a part of history. That's different.
I get what you're saying.
That's the only thing I worry about with that.
And then it's like, at what point do we start trusting it and decide to get it ourselves?
Yeah, that's the hard part because obviously I don't plan on doing any of these trials or just doing it to do it. Like, I want to make sure that there is studies and proof that this is effective and not going to harm me in any way. Like, I already have so many ailments and problems. I don't need any more. I just really don't. I want to make sure it's safe.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, the vaccine's coming out, it's great, it's 95% effective, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, how long is it going to take for people to actually get it and trust that it is actually whatever they say?
I don't know. That's so hard to say.
Also, how many people have they tested that they know it's 95% effective?
That's a good question.
I need to read up on this.
Please do and get back to us.
I will. By the time I get back to us next week, we'll have way more answers than we do right now.
What we do have answers to are our thoughts in the shower.
Oh, I need the shower so badly.
Yeah, you were sweaty at the beginning of this. Of course you need the shower.
Yeah. I know. Now it's just great. We can clean ourselves and live our lives.
Let out the negativity. Take a deep breath. Breathe in the eucalyptus. I can't speak. Eucalyptus.
I love eucalyptus. Give me all the eucalyptus, I guess.
This is a mess.
Ricki,
Yes,
has been, I think, one of the most hot mess episodes we've done in a long time. But hey, it is what it is. That's life. What are you thinking today in the shower?
you know, I forgot already what I was thinking because I was laughing so hard. I was thinking, I remember now what I was thinking in the shower. I was thinking how, you know, when you get hungry, right? And you open the fridge and there's nothing in there that you want, like that you're going to eat. So you close the fridge and you sit down, but then you're like, but I'm really hungry, and go back to the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go back to the fridge hoping that something else will be there. You go back to the fridge hoping that your standards for what's in the fridge already have lowered.
That's hilarious.
like, like you're always like, let's just see what's still, like, you know what's in there. You're not really opening it hoping that something miraculously shows up. You're just hoping that, like, your standards are lower now. And you're like, cool, I'll eat what's in my fridge.
Oh, see, I open it thinking that I'll find something that I didn't see the first time, even though I know that I'm not going to find something that I didn't see the first time.
Never gonna happen that way.
Did you ever think that? Did you ever think? Damn it, I fucked up. Did you ever think?
We're doing so well today. We're doing so well.
Did you ever think how exciting it is to find somebody who's equally as awkward as you?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm not that awkward though.
Or like equally as similar to you? Like this weekend, my friend has one testicle, and he
I'm
found
sorry,
somebody else.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
He had testicular cancer. Why am I laughing when I say that?
Made me laugh. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good that made me laugh. Why are you making
I'm
me
not
laugh?
laughing at the fact that he had cancer. I'm laughing at how you reacted to it. He found somebody else that also has one testicle. It just came up in the conversation.
Wait a minute.
So, like, how exciting are these moments in life where you find somebody else that is, like, equally as something as you? For me, it's awkward.
Okay. All right. For me, it would be like someone who's equally as sarcastic. I love that.
Right.
Where I can say something sarcastically and they don't get butthurt about it. They're just kind of like, ha ha, and they come back with something more sarcastic, and I'm like, sir, we have a war of sarcasm now. This is exciting.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I get that. That's always, yeah. That's like the best feeling. Must have been really good for your friend with the one testicle, because that's few and far between, you know?
Few and far between. LOL. He's very proud of his one testicle, though.
I mean, it seems like it because you giggled after you said one testicle, and I feel like you wouldn't giggle after that if he wasn't
If
okay
he
with the
was,
fact
yeah, that's
that he
true.
has one testicle.
He flaunts it for sure. He's like, "Hey, here's my testicle, and this is what it is."
Listen, if I had one testicle, I would basically wear a shirt every day that said, "Hi, my name is whatever, and I have one testicle." Talk about the conversation starter you have there.
That's one way to meet people.
I was going to say that's one way to get to 10,000 real quick is you wear a shirt on the
Exactly.
street that says, "Hello, I have one testicle."
Hello, my name is blank, and I have one testicle. I'm gonna get one of those shirts, even though I have two testicles. Although that's probably like degrading to people with one testicle.
Yeah, don't do that. You could wear a shirt that says, "Hi, my name is Jake, and I have two testicles." It'll still start a conversation.
This is the weirdest episode we've ever done.
And I'm not even high.
Oh, neither am I. I'm just life.
I'm just life. I like that description. I like that a lot.
Now
All
I have
right.
to shower for real.
Yeah, you do because you're sweating gross. And I need to go message this man about being one of his 10,000 people that he has a conversation with.
Yes, don't forget you can text us at 201-588-5139. And the first person to text us the word applesauce, I will pay for your next coffee.
Oh, I love this idea. Can I
But
text
we're gonna yes. Wait, no. But then we're gonna
Damn
get a
it.
bunch of texts and nobody's gonna know when it's over. So that's not a very smart idea.
Oh, true.
Mm.
What else could we do?
Okay, how about the first person to comment on the latest 20-somethings doing nothing Instagram post?
Ooh, I
The
like that
first
idea.
person to comment the word applesauce on the latest 20 SDN Instagram post, I will buy you your next coffee.
Love it. Love it so much.
And you can find us at 20SDN Podcast.
Yes, you can.
And you can find us in your podcast app if you didn't know because you're listening to us already.
I just got real close to the camera because I was like, sir, excuse me, sir.
Oh,
That's not
good times.
correct.
Good times. Good times.
And don't forget to share us with your friends. I can't fucking
Yep.
talk anymore. I gotta go.
It's time for us to go.
Catch you next week.
Cue the goodbye music.
Wah, 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 wah,
No, that's not the goodbye music. That's the wrong song.
la-di-da-di-da.